struggle with meal prepping your lunches for the work week, trust me, I am right there with you. But believe me when I say the change is coming and it starts right now.
That's right, because Chef Janet Loughran is a hero in an apron. She has the tips we need to start the week off right. And I guess my question is, where do we get started? I think we all struggle with meal prepping. Like, we want to do it. In my head, I want to do it, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and we focus on dinner and not lunch.
Right, exactly, because you could repurpose the dinners into lunches or breakfast as well.
Right.
So my big tip is, at the beginning of the week, on the weekends, when you have a little bit more time, make a braised meat. And all that means is it's cooked low and slow.
Is that like a pot roast?
Yes, pot roast. We can do a barbacoa, which is basically the same cut of meat. Today we're doing carnitas for carnitas tacos.
Ooh.
But you could do quesadillas, burritos, you could put on a salad, you could make a breakfast hash with it. So it's versatile. And I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do for the second segment, but we're going to basically repurpose that, cook it once, and use it twice.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Right?
We love a multifaceted woman and recipe.
Yes.
So get us started.
Okay, so I took a little liberty here. I used to make my own, and then I realized I don't got time for that.
Right.
This is Spanish rice. Goya is a great brand. All you do, this is probably hot, is 2.5 cups of water. You're gonna pour this in. You're gonna lid that, let it go for 25 minutes, okay?
I don't have to touch that.
Yeah.
No, you just stir it and you're good to go. Can you do that?
Mwah.
You can
Yes.
do that, Kel.
Chef kiss.
That
there
is
you go.
actually something I can do.
And then make sure this is hot, so you always want to make sure there's that. Then after about 25 minutes, while you're getting everything else kind of ready, this is what it's going to look like. Smell that.
Like, my rice never looks like that. Why is it so perfect?
I don't
and fluffy.
know.
Chef Janet touch. Bam!
You want to try right from there?
Yes.
I know you guys like the taste test earlier.
Oh,
than
yeah,
not.
right from the pot.
Everything.
So yeah, this rice also could be used in different things if you want to make tacos later in the week or burritos, like I said.
You did
Burrito
nothing
bowl.
to that?
That is that after 25 minutes. This is that, whatever.
Okay.
This is a great start.
So this is my favorite part. This is the carnitas. Everyone thinks that it's so difficult. But I think we have some footage of how we set it up at the beginning. Okay, so we have a Dutch oven heavy pot. We got salt, pepper, garlic, oregano and cumin. Put that on top and bottom. And then you'll notice I'm gonna turn it back over because I want that fat cap to be on top. That's gonna let all the juices run down, okay? We got some bay leaves. We got 1 onion, cut that in half. We got the juice of some limes and as well as some oranges.
Ooh,
okay.
Wait, remind me, what cut of meat is this? What is
This is a pork butt.
A pork butt?
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
I've never purchased a pork butt in my life.
I have, and I giggle every time. Like it never gets old.
So it's actually a marketing ploy. The butt is the ham of the pig. So they called it a pork butt, thinking that people will be tricked into buying that, thinking it's the ham, but it's the shoulder. So it's a really tough cut of meat. Plus, it's less expensive than ham. You just got to cook it longer. Okay, so this is the reveal. If we can get a overhead shot, this is what it looks like. I shredded it a little bit.
How beautiful.
Right, I've taken out some of the liquid and reduced it, and then we are going to take half of this and use it for the second one. You guys want to get your tacos ready? Because I have we have some limes. We have some
So just
cilantro.
squeeze the limes
Yeah,
on.
squeeze
Okay.
the lime on there. So what I'm doing is just taking this separate, and we're going to make this to a whole other meal. Okay.
I am blown away that you said to keep the fat on top so that it drizzles down and it's not just sitting in those juices. That has to make a total difference.
It does, and you can take it off if you don't really like that kind of texture of the fat on top, but it kind of melts away anyway. I've
Right.
never
So
really
you
had-
pour that back into
Yes,
the meat.
this was the liquid that we cooked this in, okay? I separated that from the liquid
That
and
was
I
the
reduced
reduction
it.
part.
Yeah,
Okay.
I reduced it for 20 minutes, which just means boil.
Boil. Okay, good.
And let that water come out of it.
I didn't want to ask, but okay.
Yeah, so okay, if you want to
just dive
go
in.
right
Okay,
ahead
Kel.
and I'll get you
Here,
one.
I'll just pass one over.
An angel. Chivalry is not dead.
No.
Oh,
Like,
I
when not
like
when Mikey's here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't fill them too much. You just want a little bit. Isn't that nice?
These
So
are
good.
unbelievable. And I will say something that you said before struck me. I get so intimidated when it comes to meat, especially big pieces of meat.
Throw it in
But
there.
you literally just set that in and forget.
Yeah, you don't even have to sear the outside, nothing. It's just set it and forget it. You can use a crock pot. It'll take a little bit longer if you want to maybe put it in the morning.
But it's just so tender and flavorful.
Yeah.
It's
We did
amazing.
nothing. You didn't even have to trim the fat off or anything. You want it.
And good protein.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
This was great.
Awesome.
So easy.
I know. So what we got next? Anything?
We are going to pack these up for lunch, and we are going to repurpose everything here. We are so excited for you to come back.
Yeah, we really are. All right, well, coming up a little later on in the show, she's going to show us how to take this pork and use it for another recipe, so you definitely want to stick around for that.
Shouldn't